You feel better?
Yeah.
Yo, B, are you fucking kidding me right now?
Bro, I was just headed out there.
Look what the fuck she got you doing. This shit really got you bugging out. As soon as y'all break up, she's gonna run her fucking mouth.
You think I'm a snitch?
I think you're an addict and I can't fucking trust you, honestly.
What's next?
Cut up our game. It's the only way to get to the top.
Welcome back, Top Notch Gang, to another video, and it's finally time to talk about our boy Brayden. Funny enough, I had this thumbnail and video planned way over a month ago, but we didn't have enough information on Brayden's storyline going forward. But now we're here, and a lot of people think he is about to take out Elle, or he is gonna crash out behind her. We're gonna talk about both possibilities. I know with the title and thumbnail show, but I'm gonna break down the clues and details in ways that actually make sense for what we've seen in the episode 8 preview and based off the episode 8 description. How she got him tripping, everything that's been going on with Brayden this season, essentially losing his family, started doing coke. He's on that Tommy route right about now, and that's really all he's doing. He's fucking everything up, and I believe Tariq will be out the game by the end of the season, but I don't know if that will mean the same for Brayden. So we're gonna break down his storyline and how I see it going for the rest of the season, and the focus on, once again, him, Elle, her death, how it affects him based off this new episode 8 preview and trailer, other scenes we see of him in the hospital and everything like that. So as usual, you guys can leave a like, comment, subscribe, let me know your thoughts and opinions on this, and also any other videos for any other characters you want to see. But let's go ahead and get right into it. So to kick shit off, we got episode 408, Higher Calling, and it says Tariq and Monet try to leverage a way to get out from under Carter. Kane and Drew compete for the street. An incident with Brayden's relationship with Elle sends him off the deep end. Now to quickly run through their relationship and everything that's leading up to what's gonna take place in episode 8, cause she low-key took advantage of my nigga. So at the beginning of the season, my nigga Brayden, his family got fucked up by Kane, then his dad kinda disowned them. They're losing their money, they took their name off the building and everything like that. So he was already fucked up about everything, and she got my nigga into doing coke and shit like that. But it's also how he came up with the idea for No Lie to do the clubs party so him and Tariq can move product. So he had to of course run the idea by her because she's in the group, and she already knew what it was. She knew he was using the shit to sell drugs, and this leads to the first time he has to lie to my boy Reek about Elle. So she tells him it's cool, they could do that as long as he give her some product off the top.
Teeny tiny bit of product off the top, free of charge.
Freak would have a serious problem with that.
So we don't tell him.
Right then and there, he should have knew she was a drug addict, stop fucking with her, but he didn't. And all this leads into when Tariq and Brayden get exposed that they're still moving product by Noma and Kane. He found out about their parties, and Tariq is going to go find this nigga and let her know, and this is the first time he catches him doing coke. So they get in an argument back and forth, and this dumb bitch, he just said Tariq wouldn't like him giving you product, so why would he like you knowing about their business? She pop out the shadows, Tariq like, we're gonna talk about this later, and she tells him, nah, it's good, we already know everything. This makes my nigga Reek spaz out because Brayden is really tripping. Why does this addict know all of your business? Tariq said she can't be trusted, Brayden shouldn't trust her. As soon as they break up, that's when the problem's gonna start. And it looks like based off the episode 8 description and the scenes that we saw so far, it's about to take place. But not only did this conversation make shit worse, but then she went out her way to drug Tariq for no fucking reason.
I put a couple drops of acid in Tariq's water bottle.
Are you fucking kidding me? Tariq barely even smokes. This could really fuck him up.
And talking about he needs to chill out, he needs to take drugs, and this leads into the second time Brayden lies to Tariq, talking about someone spiked his drink. Yeah, it was fucking Elle. And my nigga Reek losing his mind, literally all under the bed and some more shit. Come on, she did my dude down bad. Now the last thing we learn about Elle from her conversations with Brayden before we get into these new scenes and what's gonna take place is that she already takes pills because she has sickle cell.
These are my meds. I have sickle cell. These just help reduce the risk of going into crisis.
Now, I had made a prediction a few months ago that this was gonna come back into play if there was ever a reason to take her out. Either it was gonna be her sickle cell that quote unquote kills her, or overdose, or anything like that. And that's the first clue that brings us to these new scenes. We first saw in the black and white trailers that Brayden was walking through Stansfield, going through the dorms, and this was a relevant scene until we could see what he's wearing now in this upcoming episode, as we could see him in the hospital sitting next to someone. Now, people thought this could possibly be his sister, but it's more than likely with this episode 8 description going to be Elle, and that's why I pointed out the sickle cell. First off, we can see her hooked up to the oxygen tank breathing for her, and it can make sense why the description says this now. But what actually took place? If it wasn't the sickle cell, another thing it could be is she was sold some bad product by someone. And the reason I believe this is Brayden is supposed to take an even darker path, and we could see him and Reek going, kicking someone's apartment, and Brayden is pointing a gun at them. So I'm expecting him to get his next kill in this episode. Is it a mission that him and Tariq go on together for Nome or for the business or anything like that? It doesn't really seem that way. And the reason I say this is because we kind of get another glimpse of Tariq in this trailer yelling mad at Brayden, or possibly Brayden, and it looks like he's in that same apartment that they just broke into and grabbed the dude. So I think Brayden actually pulled the trigger, and that wasn't part of the plan. So if they were there because of Elle, because of the bad product, the part where it says Brayden is going off the deep end is coming true, as he took someone out who possibly didn't cause this, or he was just too mad and did it himself. But either way, I don't think it was part of the plan initially. We do also hear in the trailer though, Tariq tells him, hey, ain't no going back. We're basically in this shit. It is what it is. We got to keep going.
Backing down is not an option.
Now, I do have to also come out and say I put out a description for episode 10 maybe a few weeks ago. One part dealing with Tariq, one part dealing with the Tejadas, and one was focused on Brayden. And the description says, after the death of Elle, Brayden finds a new business partner and a new business venture. Now, I do want to say, even in those videos, I said the episode 10 description wasn't confirmed like all the other 9 I've been having. It wasn't confirmed in the same way, but now it's starting to look like that description was not true at all, because we do see that Drew is still alive in episode 10 apparently, and he was supposed to be killed off by Kane in episode 9. So the episode 10 description might not be true, but once again, Brayden's part, it did say after the death of Elle, he enters a new business venture. So I don't know if that means Elle is gonna die when she's in the hospital or whatever takes place after that, but we do know for the time being he's gonna be going off the rails, probably doing way more coke than he's already doing, probably catching way more bodies. He's just gonna be on that dark path that he's been going slowly down over the course of each season, but now he's about to be going full force, which makes sense for his character at this point. And I'm also expecting more than one body, considering his synopsis at the very beginning of the season talks about him losing his families, their legitimacy, him getting back into the game, the thrill-seeking journey. He's now selling drugs out of necessity, not just for pleasure, and how he's gonna embrace the violence he'll need to survive in his new life. We've already seen him and Tariq going on missions like to kill Zion. We saw him in the first episode shoot all Noma's men. So he's already been doing missions, going on hits and shit, but it looks like in the last few episodes that might ramp up as he's crashing out over Elle, and this might be the end of him. Tiny Tommy, it's just out here wilding basically. Overall, that's it for this video. You can tell me your thoughts and opinions on everything down below. Once again, I know what the title and thumbnail say. People gonna say it's a little clickbaity, but that's what they've been saying in my comments, thinking he was gonna kill Elle because of that curtain that he's holding a gun in front. A lot of people thought that was the same curtain in her room, but I just don't think it's the case. I do think Elle is possibly gonna die. She's the one in the hospital, but I think he crashes out over her, and it's not necessarily the one who kills her. I know he's been called Tiny Tommy this season, and he's doing coke like Tommy. So if he start crashing out like that, a lot of people expected that, like Tommy killing Holly, that he would probably kill Elle, and then he just really be off the deep end. We're gonna have to wait and see for all that, but currently I don't think he's the one to take her out. Or maybe if she does recover in the hospital, he does eventually just kill her. I don't know how, but once again, we're gonna have to wait and see. As usual, you guys can leave a like, comment, subscribe. Like I said though, let me know what other videos you want to see, and I'm out.